Google Analytics 4, the big reporting change is taking place and the new way starts on July 1st. We want to make sure that you're ready. This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing for the objective in the construction and remodeling industries to grow your business with more quality leads, amplifying more quality. We do it with a hybrid of education, strategy support, and implementation assistance too, if so needed. Last week, we specifically focused in on a sales advantage, the one must do tactic when emailing proposals. The week before, we were showing how just one letter was having an impact for SEO. We wanted to show you live a very unique issue that we noticed before making website updates and why it's so important for you to be aware of these topics for when programmers are working on your marketing objectives. The week before that, we were showing a fantastic example of an email newsletter that many people contract this process out and it doesn't provide the same quality of these examples that we were showing. Week before that, why words hurt or help SEO. Not others, but you. You have to also see that example to just embrace the topic. But this week, we're focusing in on Google. There is just weeks to go before the big change takes place where universal analytics, all of the reporting that you've become accustomed to over the years, is going away on July 1st officially. Analytics 4 is the new way of doing it. And don't be fooled by anybody, including my online toolbox, because we're learning. We're willing to admit it. It's amazing how many people we are working with are still using universal analytics right up to the end. And so are we at this moment while choosing the key metrics that we're going to utilize on an ongoing basis. It's not easy. And so first, if you go into Google Analytics, just go to double check and you'll see that when you go to your Google Analytics, we're doing this live as we always do. It's a cheap shot to some of our competitors who just talk forever but never show anything. So what we want to do is just show you when we logged in that the property of Google Analytics, the way it's always been done, will show up something like this. There's a timer going down, just constantly showing you that this is going to end. And the data itself will be there, but it's no longer going to be accumulating for the old way of universal analytics. Everything is going to start continuing only live with Google Analytics 4. And just what we did for this particular account, we selected, they have both Universal Analytics and Google Analytics 4 live, but we're not using the data going forward at the moment. This particular account is doing fantastic. So we're just being proactive that once we decide how we're going to analyze and isolate very specific topics for our client base going forward, at least the data has been accumulating. Many of you may inadvertently, if you wait too long, you're going to find out that you'll have a lull of data activity. Many times contractors just simply avoid the topics of getting back to their programmers on the few things that need to be done, and then they're going to find out at the end of 2023 and even early into 2024 that they were not set up properly. So just take a moment to respond to programming requests to be able to give them the permissions to make these changes if those permissions are needed. In this case, we were just quickly double checking because we did this a few weeks ago for another client of ours, and we quickly went over to the real time, which is really cool feature, clicked on it, logged on to their website on another browser, and sure enough, there we were showing up that we were an active user on their website. Keep this in mind. It's a big change going forward. This is the first time Google's doing such a massive reporting change in its lifetime. Take advantage of it to be one step ahead of at least accumulating the data while everybody is jockeying for the best ways to analyze this abundance of data. For those of you that are new to the My Online Toolbox orbit, remember, everybody got started with the basic education class for more leads. It's a great way to, at a minimum, understand the foundation of your website and how to at least better converse with programmers or anybody else who's talking about enhancing or redoing or updating the nucleus of your online marketing objectives, which is your website. This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of online marketing. And we want to remind you to always start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.